Ladies, good morning. Gentlemen. I feel like I need to throw this out because basically they've stolen everything I wanted to say about myself, so we'll just wing it. Anyway, thank you to the staff and administration, especially Dr. Happy Fernandez for inviting me this morning. And I think Happy's such a great name. You know, it's an aptonym. Does anyone know what an aptonym is? Did you get that in high school? I know we're art students, but we had to take English to actually get here. An aptonym, I can't even say it, so what's my excuse? An aptonym is actually a name that encompasses somebody's personality or occupation in often a humorous or ironic way. And I'm fascinated with names. As they mentioned, my name is Renee, and a name is a word, right? And all words you can look into to find their deeper meaning. You look close, the deeper you go, the more you can find. I was happy my parents gave me the name Renee because it's derivative from the French word né, to be born, Renee, reborn, which is also the root of the word Renaissance. And when you get into art history, you're gonna find after medieval times, the era, not the restaurant, after medieval times comes the Renaissance. And in the Renaissance, we had a rebirth of art and culture. Now, I saw a Misfit shirt amongst the sea of blue. What's your name? Danny. Danzig used to be my neighbor, I just had to point that out. And I love the two socks. What's your name? Rachel. Now you see, I don't have time to go through and say, you know, the question to everyone. So I would love it if all together, I'm not gonna make you stand up because I always hate it when someone makes us stand up when we're all together. Can everyone say their name for me all at one time when I count 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, I like that. See, got some energy there. And convocation's an interesting word. It means to assemble. That's what we're doing right now. But you're probably like going, you know, what's with the grammar lesson? It's the first day of class. Today should be a breeze, right? Right? Well, it is art school after all. I was going to do the whole rocket science thing, but I've been, which shows why he won the award. He's quite good. But just to shake things up, we're going to have a little pop quiz. I was wondering what you think all these names have in common. Steven Spielberg, Jada Pinkett Smith, Tupac Shakur, Kat Von D, Frank Caliendo, Weezer, Anthony Bourdain, who I love, my television husband, Deborah Messing, Sarah Jessica Parker, Pamela Anderson, Roseanne Barr, Tommy Lee, Bret Michaels, Bill Cosby, Toyota Land Rover, Old Navy, Outback Steakhouse, NBC, CBS, DreamWorks, Disney, Barbie, and saving the best for last, even Charlie Sheen. Any guesses, anyone? Is it too early? Too early for a quiz? All right, I'll clue you in. These are actually the names of people and brands that I've had the pleasure of working for, collaborating with, and working with since I've graduated in Moore College of Art Design, and that's just a partial list. It's been a blessing. And that was way back in the 80s, and can we take a moment to discuss my hair back then? Can we just, we talk about innovation and creativity. Somehow I had managed to create a combination of a mullet, if you will, that had a curly perm worked in with it. Laurie Sinitsky, one of my favorite instructors from back then, can corroborate that it was an experiment gone awry with hair gel, and we'll just say that we're glad that this is over. Anyway, back to names. We're talking about the power of names. They're a unique and wondrous, wondrous thing. A name signifies identity. Names allow us to refer to one another. With them, we identify ourselves, we identify the others around us. Now, there's a name and identity that we all have in common, and that name is Moore. To prepare for my career in the arts, Moore was the only name for me. Moore is unique. There are not many places like Moore. I mean, this is the only place to hold status as the first and only women's college of visual arts in the nation. Now, don't let that scare you, ladies. There are plenty of boys around, if I remember correctly. Pen's right over there, okay? More teachers. The student-to-teacher ratio here and the small class size allow for so much personal attention, and I really have that premise to thank for helping me build my portfolio and build my confidence. You could connect with your faculty, you could connect with your administration. You weren't just a number, like faceless, no name in the crowd. Again, with the teachers, you know, you might find too, the ones that drive you crazy and challenge you the most will be the ones who actually teach you the most. I had a painting teacher that drove me nuts. I would go home from, back to my dorm room from crits, practically crying, wanting to tear my mullet out. But the thing is, as much as this person rode me in a crit, those criticisms stayed with me. And I realized that I learned more from this teacher about form and color than from anyone else on the faculty at the time. So really, when they're driving you crazy and giving you a challenge, open your mind and heart to it. What else? More discipline. Having these heavy deadlines and having these criticisms are going to be tough. Remember, art school isn't easy. Yes, it's not rocket science, but it's not easy. More also offered for me more preparation. From foundation to major, more offers exploration and choice. And trust me when I tell you, do not cut life drawing, you need it. But above all, more offered me a sense of exploring creativity. I mean, while the face of technology is changing and the tools on our belt change to create art, creative problem solving is the equation that you're going to perfect here at Moore. And as creatives, we are different from the other humans. We're a little bit weird, we're a little bit off, but what we've got is an ability to recognize patterns differently than other people. We have the ability to see what's not there yet and bring it into reality. This is a special gift that each and every one of you has, and Moore will help you cultivate this gift. I spoke a lot about names earlier, talking about Renee and the Renaissance, and it's true, I do like to dabble in a lot of different things, as she mentioned. My creative professional career has been all over the place and continues to be. Monday, I could be working on something for a TV show. Tuesday could be developing movie posters. Wednesday could be working on print ads for a magazine. But nothing is so exciting as having an idea gestate in your brain, and then bam, it's real. It's on a billboard. It's a television commercial. It's a piece hanging on a gallery wall. Or, it might be the fabric design on, your backpack or the clothing that you're wearing. It wasn't there, but then it is, and you guys are the key to bring it into reality. Let's see, well, she mentioned about my time in LA. Real quick, I have to tell you though, when I did get out to LA, it was in the 80s. I couldn't believe that there wasn't any public transportation out there at the time like you guys have here. I figured every city had a big, subway system, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, tooling around, and I find this sign up there that says Subway, and I walk in, and I'm like looking around and thinking, oh, this is like the concession area. Where's the platform to the train? So I walk up to the counter and ask the guy, I'm like, where are the trains? And he's like, okay. Okay, so Subway restaurants hadn't hit the East Coast yet. I was a little clueless. But the point is, Moore prepares you for all sorts of things. I guess it just didn't prepare me for public transportation issues across the country. But no matter what your style, ladies, no matter what your medium, your choice, whatever your pursuits, the artwork you create will communicate your thoughts and ideas and feelings to everyone who views them. Your creativity and artistic ability will turn your passion into a career. The art degree is exactly what you do need, contrary to what maybe your parents may think, to actually earn a living doing what you love. Creativity and innovation are the vanguards of the 21st century, and as a key contributor to these forces, Moore finds it natural to speak up for them. Moore understands that in today's world, creative professionals have an increasing social and economic opportunity and responsibility. In response, this college embraces a unique educational and institutional approach and demands the best out of all of its students, and therefore you will survive the century, earthquakes and all. The mission of Moore is to prepare diverse and talented students to enrich our future. Essential to your training is a conviction that art and design does matter socially, culturally, and economically. A commitment to community and well-being on a local and global scale, a hunger for experimentation and innovation, connection to the real world. More graduates are visionary practitioners equipped to redefine the roles of artists and designers in society. More does prepare you for the real world. And I said before, you know, about names. A name is a label, a noun, a specific person, place, thing. And as human beings, each one of us has a name. More has made a name for itself. More helped me make a name for myself. And today you can start creating a name for yourself at More. I wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you so much for having me back. And I'm excited.